everybody, you're here with Doug Mystic Guy on Board Game Geek. Getting ready to do a little playthrough. Probably going to do the whole game, we'll see how it goes. But it's going to be of, you guessed it, Sentinels on the Multiverse. Got all the expansions and a lot of the promos except for the latest Vengeance expansion included here. So we're going to have quite a bit of options. I'll run through the game real quickly, but one of the beauties of this game is from a rules perspective, just pure rules perspective, it's fairly simple. From all the rules are on the cards, and that's one of the things that makes it interesting. But we're also going to try something very different tonight. Probably something you haven't seen in a Sentinels in the Multiverse playthrough, and that is we're going to use this. This is the Sentinel Sidekick. It's a iPad app that is pretty slick, actually. And one of the parts of the experiment we're going to do tonight, I'm going to do right now. I'm going to get started with it immediately. And what that is we're going to randomize who all of our characters are. And this is how we're going to determine who we're going to play, etc. And we're going to keep track. I'm going to do my best to show you how this app works, and we're going to keep track of everything trying to use the app. So I won't have any tokens out for the characters. It's all going to be done here. So we'll see how that goes. This could be really difficult, but we'll see. So to start with, though, what we're going to do, I'm going to go right here, and you can see that brought up a menu. I don't know how this is going to translate. I'm going to have to see after the first video how this translates on screen, but I think it's going to be fine. Now, what we're going to do is there's this beautiful thing right there. See that randomize? We're going to do that, and whatever this spits out is what we're going to, unless I don't have the card or something, that's what we're going to play. Could be really bad, could be really cool, we'll see. It's an experiment. Anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to hit the randomize button. Now, I don't think we're going to play a full 5 heroes. Let's just play with 4. Playing 5 heroes solo is interesting, and we're going to pick any hero complexity and any villain difficulty and see what comes up. So here we go, 2 battle. What do we get? Okay, interesting. A couple of my favorites have come up. So we got our villain is going to be Misinformation. I haven't played her as a villain yet. It's going to be interesting. We're going to our environment is going to be the time cataclysm. For our heroes, we're going to have Expatriate. She's like a gunslinger. Love that character, Expatriate. We're going to get the we're going to play with Wraith. That's one of the special ones. I got to make sure I have that one. But if I don't, we'll still play with Wraith in general. Absolute Zero and Raw. So that's actually not a bad team. I think we're only really missing. Oh, what's his name? The awesome dude who is such a high-level supporter of the teams. I don't know why I'm totally blanking out. I've played this game a bunch of times. You know the guy I'm talking about. I'm spacing on his name. Why am I spacing on his name? Oh, that's just awful. We'll figure it out. Legacy. There we go. Legacy. Anyway, just going over quickly how this game works, and in a minute I'm going to break and set everything up from the cards and to show you how this goes. Turns of Sentinels in the Multiverse are actually very simple. We start with the villain turn. We do what it says on the villain card. Then we're going to go to the hero turns. We're going to take each of the heroes' turns. And then the environment will go. And when I say the environment will go, we're going to draw a card from the environment deck, in this case the Time Cataclysm. Just to show you a few things about the app, when we have a card come up that I pull for the Time Cataclysm, I can pick it up here and it's going to show, I can literally pick one of these and it'll put the card there for us, which is pretty neat. And then when I reduce it down to 0 hit points, it'll go away. Pretty slick, right? Also, we can flip Misinformation for when she flips over. Pretty neat. We also do that with the heroes. When they get reduced, they get to their other side, which you never completely out of the game. This is for other random cards that need to go into the game, etc. It's pretty cool. I think you will really see this app is very useful. We'll have to see how well it plays in practice. So let me set up all the characters and we'll get to it. Okay, so we're close to setup. I'm going to do some of the setup with you so you see what I do. But one of the things I did want to show you is I was able to put all the heroes into portrait mode instead of landscape mode so that they're all facing one direction. I can be looking at the screen like this along with you. We have all our folks up. Now, the last bit of setup we have to do before we actually start the game, and by the way, I want to let you know, this is an extra, these oversized villain cards, but they are awesome. If you play this game, this is one of those games where it pays to be a completionist. So, just so you know, this is my box there. I had the original game. I traded it off and bought the enhanced edition that had this beautiful box in it. When I have all the cards in the box, I can't get the cards out without having to really pry at them to get them out. It's so packed. That's how much stuff is coming with this game, and there's another expansion on the way, which is Vengeance. But I won't need to use her small cards, because you know when you use a small card you have to have two of them out running. I don't need to do that. I just need the one, because it has everything I need on it for Misinformation. So, just getting busy with it, let's get started. So, Misinformation, there's backstories, great backstories for all the characters you can read in the books. But Misinformation, I believe, was the office assistant for the Freedom 5, or the main characters, the 5 main characters. And she feels mistreated and becomes a villainess. But anyway, we're going to fight Misinformation. Now, to start the game with her, it says at the start of the game, put Misinformation's villain character card into play, Demure Office Worker side up. That's what we have. So you can see it says Demure Office Worker there. Then it says reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until one diversion card is revealed. Put it into play. Well, I think it's supposed to... put it into play. Shuffle the other revealed cards back into the villain deck. Okay, so we're going to start doing that right now. So the first one we pull is Diversion, so we're not going to have to go very far. That diversion says, just so you know, we're going to have to do a lot of reading in this game. At the end of the villain turn, the player with the most cards in play must destroy one of their non-character cards. At the start of the villain turn, the players must destroy H, meaning the number of heroes, so we have 4. Non-character hero cards. If they do, destroy this card. So this is a card we're going to have to get rid of pretty quickly. It's pretty bad, actually. I don't know how, let me look. I don't know how, I don't remember which book I'll find it in as far as difficulty levels go. On the villains, yeah, Misinformation is not in this one, so I'm going to have to go to one of the advanced ones and see what level of villain she is. After I do that, if she's like considered to be a tough villain, I may not do the advanced damage thing. But anyway, during gameplay, at the start of the villain turn, if there are X number of heroes minus 1 or more clue cards in play, flip Misinformation's villain side up. So we don't have any clue cards in play for Misinformation yet. And this is the way this is going to start for us. So we do have our one diversion up. You notice there's little quotes here, like this says, what's with the fools there, and something's up. Yeah, anyway, there's lots of cool things going on. The cards are interesting. You notice that the hero cards we have, they have like an issue number, and the issue number is actually their hits, how much damage they can take. Now, we're going to track that on this app, so when they take damage, we're going to do it there. You can see that currently it also shows that Raw has the highest hit points, and that Wraith has the lowest hit points. That helps because a lot of things say the hero with the highest or the hero with the lowest, and that'll be very, very helpful as we play. And this information will be saved. As long as I don't reshuffle or restart it, everything we do here will be kept in place for the duration. Pretty awesome. So next thing we have to do is draw our 4 cards for our characters, and that's what they're going to start with. Now, I've played, for instance, guys, I want to tell you that this is one of the harder heroes to play, Sub-Zero. He's got some interesting tactics that he has, and if you're not familiar with him, he can be really tough. Wraith is kind of like a Batman character. I look at Expatriate as something like a female version of the Punisher, and Raw is like a sun god, fire damage guy. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm just drawing their 4 cards out while I'm talking to you, the 4 starting cards. I'm not going to read every card. I'm only going to read them as we play them. And However, I do want to show you the cards as we play. I think, again, if this is not a game you've played, I'm sure, unless if you're a gamer, you've had to be under a rock not to know about it. But we're going to get started really soon. So first off, this little quick video I just wanted to do for setup purposes, kind of show you what we're doing here. It's pretty neat. I'm really looking forward to it, especially trying to run this recorded session using this app. First time for everything. I think it'll go well. The app is really well structured, and I got to give it to the team that produced it. It's great. And if you have a device, I don't know if it's on Android, I can't remember, but if you have an iOS device, it's definitely iPad. It's definitely worth having if you're going to play this game. So with that said, the thing we're going to do when we first come back is we're going to start with the villain's turn. Now again, my intent is to play through the whole thing, but I can't commit to you that we're going to do that. It depends on how long this goes. I didn't plan on doing a full playthrough of this, but it might be fun. If you guys are enjoying it and you give me enough feedback saying keep going, I will keep going. Again, a caveat with all the videos I do, very good likelihood I'm going to make an error or two, so just point them out to me. I'll try and correct them. If I can't correct them, we'll acknowledge them and move on. This is all about having fun. So I look forward to getting this started. Again, our heroes, Wraith, Expatriate, Raw, and Sub-Zero against Misinformation in the Time Cataclysm, or whatever that is. Yeah, Time Cataclysm. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to it, and we'll see you soon for turn 1.